everybody, my name is Jake. Welcome back to Dude Ranch DIY. Today, we are going to be working on a new fireplace insert to install in my house here at the Dude Ranch. For those of you that have been following along the channel for a while, you know that I already have a Quadrifire, conventional, standalone wood burning stove that we offset the burning oil heat in our house with in the wintertime. And I stumbled across actually two of these Jotul fireplace inserts. They were twins. A buddy was doing some construction work at a client's house. There were two of these in the fireplaces. The client wanted them out. I'm not quite sure why, but we got a really good deal on them. We were told that they were working at the time of removal, and we removed them ourselves. So we're gonna get to starting cleaning this thing up because it's pretty dirty, and gonna be installing it here in the next couple days to use hopefully this winter. So guys, I made a big oopsie. I unloaded this thing a couple days ago from the back of the truck. It was all nice and dry, no surface rust on it, and I brought it here into one of the shelter logics and anticipating some rain, and I totally spaced, and I'm such an idiot because I put it right underneath this hole right here. And you can see it's not currently there because I came out in a panic yesterday realizing what I had done, and I moved it. But I just basically created a lot more work for myself. I was planning on repolishing this, and there were some pieces that already had some rust on it, mostly the outer frame and stuff that needed some polishing and touching up with the wire wheel. But now basically the entire fireplace insert is going to be needing some sort of attention or another. It definitely needs a good cleaning. It is a rather big fireplace insert. This thing can hold, I think, up to a 24-inch log, which is even bigger than our current wood stove can hold. You can see it has dual blowers down below. I have all of the panels and power cords and everything, and it is a Jotul brand, which is a Norwegian brand, which is a pretty reputable brand. So I'm super excited to have gotten this thing for just 300 bucks. So yeah, we're gonna load up the tractor, or load this up on the tractor and get it into the basement so we can start polishing it up and making it look like new again. I put it on my homemade pallet dolly. That way it brings it up to a higher working height, so I'm not like hunched over. And that way I can wheel it around and spin it instead of having to like walk all around it for the next couple days while we're working on it. Okay guys, so I think this is gonna be my setup here. You can see I got the stove and everything up on the pallet dolly so I can wheel it around, and it's about like a little over waist height basically, at least the top of it. I got my tower lights here that Vivor sent me a while back. These things work great. I don't use them too often, but it's nice to have when you do need them. And then I got my big air circulator fan here. My plan is to blow out the big open garage doors there, any dust and stuff, keep the fumes from like wire wheeling and stuff out. This is kind of what I did, similar setup when we did the first stove. So yeah, we're gonna get to wire wheeling here and hopefully get this thing cleaned up a little bit.
Here goes nothing.
Okay guys, that's about 15 minutes worth of work, and it's already looking a lot better. We got the majority of the whole front of the cast iron and everything. This is the model. It's a Jotul C550CB. It looks like it was manufactured in 2013, August of 2013. So I guess a good thing to do, let me shut off this fan here. One thing I haven't done yet is actually tested the blower on this thing. I guess I shouldn't get ahead of myself, plug this thing in and see if this blower works, because if the blower doesn't work, I'd have to see how much the blowers are. I'm guessing that they're not cheap, because I know that they don't make this model or this exact model anymore. So I'm gonna grab the power cord, plug it in, and hopefully we get some blowage. Fan. Oh yeah. Look at that. They turn right on. Alright guys, so we got it down to, got most of the surface rust off. There's little bits here and there that I just don't seem to be coming off. But that's alright, because now we're going to use this Rutland stove polish for cast iron. I generally like to do a coat of this at the beginning of every season, at least, to my existing stove upstairs, because this one we just stripped down. We're probably going to do like 2 or 3 coats, I'd say. We'll see, how it looks when it's all dry. This stuff works really good. You don't need a lot. Definitely wear gloves, and just take an old rag. You see I use the same rag every year. Squirt a little bit on it and just rub it in, and you'll see the cast iron just kind of sucks it up. Kind of dab it in so that it absorbs. And watch. This stuff is like magic. It just instantly soaks in, and the more your rag, gets saturated with it, I find kind of like the better it works. You got to add more in the beginning, and then gradually as you go, you need to use less and less, because your rag kind of gets saturated with it. And just glob it on. If you're totally redoing a stove like this, you really can't put too much of this stuff on. All it does is help seal and protect the cast iron. Alright guys, well I'm not too sure if you can tell here, but I've basically done this whole right side with the polish so far, and compared to the left, I mean this top portion is really sucking in a lot. You can see how it's like still a little silvery up there, so we're gonna, like I said, have to put a bunch of coats on. This thing was a 2013, I doubt it's ever been polished its entire life, so this thing has potential to suck up quite a bit of this polish, but it's just, a quick like 5-10 minutes of rubbing this stuff on makes a big difference. Guys, we just finished doing the door. We just put 2 new little rubber washers there on the door posts. So we're gonna get this door on. Ooh. And that one just fell off. And there we go. She's on, glass is clean, door's been polished, a couple coats, and the whole stove has been polished. So, I mean, this thing obviously already looks a hell of a lot different. Not that much work. We've been working at this for maybe like 2 hours or so. It was pretty bad to begin with. I still have, let's see, over here the outer shroud and the bottom grate down there. So we're gonna work on those another day. But so far, this has been a major transformation of this Jotul wood burning insert. Yeah. How long is that? Is it going over it pretty good? Oh yeah. Put that on the bottom. Here, hold the pipe. Let me push this down. All right. Right?
That was big ass stuff or not?
Yeah, double fisherman's.
Little coral.
Put this on first. That's probably a good idea.
Do 2. A little more.
So yours just went right down, huh?
Yeah, mine's a straight line. You can see daylight there.
A couple hand cranks. So guys, we tried this the other day in the pouring rain. I was up on the roof, Chris was in the house. Didn't work.
No.
So what happens is this chimney, the second, we got the furnace on one, its own flue, and the chimney where we're putting this wood burning insert in the other flue, but the chimney in the house isn't flush up against the wall. It's kind of catty cornered. So we think there's kind of like a spiral at some point to account for that turn, and the pipe was getting stuck. So we're hoping that with this rope, we can guide it down from the top. Chris will be down below pulling, and this cone will help kind of guide the pipe down. So I guess we'll find out. Okay guys, we got the stovepipe and an IBC tote here. Chris is gonna lift me up in the OSHA-proof man basket, and we're gonna try this again. So here we go. Don't dump me. Got all sorts of stuff going on today. All right, you ready? All right, slow down, slow down. All right, here comes the pipe. What do you got? Oh, fuck! Yeah, it scared me. So what do you got? Oh yeah, baby, we're going. How we doing? You see it? We're definitely farther than we were last time. Oh look, somebody's buying firewood, guys.
Somebody's down there buying firewood. It's a lot going on. I can't speak up. Told you I'm excited. Left? Oh. Good, good. The cone worked then. Go ahead. Huh? What? That's it? Really? All right, we got about like 5 foot left. Nice, guys. That worked super well. That cone did exactly what we needed it to do. And let me step back. We have plenty of extra pipe so we can make a nice, fresh, clean cut. We'll get a new one of these roof, sill plates. We'll hit it with some the stove gasket, the high heat stove gasket cement, and we will be good to go. What are you doing down there?
What are you doing up there?
I don't know. Are we good?
Oh yeah, the pipe's down. That cone worked a whole lot better than I thought it was gonna.
Yeah, it's better when we put a cone on the end of the pipe instead of on top of your head and make you sit in the corner, right?
Exactly.
All right, let me down, Jeeves. This is very OSHA approved here. Oh, okay. That worked really well. I can't believe how easy that was. When you have the right tools, i.e. a construction cone and a grinder. All right, guys, not many people would be happy to see a cone coming out of their chimney, but that is a sign of a job well done. So now, basically, we can take off our whole cone contraption, fit that pipe into this collar right here, zap with a couple sheet metal screws, and Bob's your uncle. Guys, Sarah just got home. What do you think about the cone in the fireplace?
I was confused why there was a cone. Why is it there?
Because we had to get it like through, there's like a spiral or something in the, or like a bend in the chimney. So we used the cone to kind of guide it down through because it's a smooth, pointed thing as opposed to just a big 6-inch circle.
That's pretty innovative. Who told you to do that?
We just kind of thought of it.
There's no way you guys came up with that.
I think we're going to be the first ones on YouTube to do it. What do you think? I think this is the first. They actually sell a $50 part that goes into the end of the chimney pipe, and you can like tie a rope to it, but we just used a traffic cone.
Very smart.
Saved ourselves $50. Now we can go to the brewery, get a couple beers.
Yeah, you guys
After,
might go viral with this. Not your firewood, but your...
No, the firewood doesn't go viral. But this idea, cone in the fireplace, this is a keeper. All right, we got to get back to work. Oh yeah, Louie's hanging out, helping. Gus is back there helping. Right, Lou? You helping? Yeah. Was wet? Yeah. So that's why. All right, guys, we just went and got this top plate, they call it, which basically goes here. And then you turn the band clamp and it clamps down on the stovepipe. So we're gonna have to cut the stovepipe to the right length and then probably trim up this top plate because it needs to be rectangle. It's right in, this orientation, but we gotta trim the width. Good. It didn't fall off the roof and hit my truck. That's good. That's always a good thing. See, I could have tried to reuse this one and bend it and stuff, but it's pretty messed up. I'm taking this Rutland Seal Right flexible latex sealant. It's for wood stoves and stuff. gonna put a big bead of it around the clay pipe here. There we go. All right, guys, we got this top plate installed. All the excess I've pushed out of the gasket cement, so I'm just gonna let that sit and kind of cure up and do its thing, and we'll either come back later today or tomorrow and clean off all this excess. You can see it just kind of like falls off. It's already getting kind of tacky, and we should be good to go. We can trim off the excess pipe on the top, and we'll be all set. All right, so what we got here is the outer, I don't know what you want to call it, shroud, I guess, to the wood stove here. It kind of fills in the gap. If your fireplace is a little bit bigger than the decorative shroud that comes with the stove, which ours is. It's a little beat up. It's got, you know, marks and stuff on it, so I'm just going to hit it with a quick coat of this black stove paint. All right, guys, part of, you know, having wood stoves and stuff is obviously cleaning out your chimney. This is the chimney for my older existing stove, the Quadrifire, and lucky enough, it has a clean out hatch right there. And I haven't brushed it yet, but we're just gonna open up this hatch and kind of see what we're dealing with. As you can see, there's a whole lot of creosote buildup in there. Now, it's not quite as bad as it looked there, or as you might think. There's quite a big lip here that all this stuff kind of sits on. So, not too bad. That's how much stuff we got out. Doesn't even, you know, just barely covers the bottom of the 5-gallon bucket, but there's going to be a whole lot more. You'll see there's our pipe, and there's a 90-degree there. I misspoke. There isn't a trap door. It'll just come straight down. All the creosote when I go up to the top and brush her out. So I don't know how well you can see that, but there's going to be a bunch of creosote falling down. That's for sure. Of course, it's a slot and not a Phillips. The other one over there is a Phillips. This one, nope. Go all the way back downstairs, Jake. All right, got my slot. Now, I burned a small fire in this overnight a couple days ago, just to, you know, dry it out, get any moisture, humidity that was in there built up out of there, and kind of dry out whatever creosote buildup's in there so that it'll come off nice and easily with the brush. So, as you can see, there's a decent amount of buildup just even on this rain cap. Obviously, burning really well-seasoned, dry wood helps creosote, or helps prevent creosote buildup. I don't really burn nice, dry, really well-seasoned wood. I sell all that stuff, so I burn the big chunks and stuff that haven't been really well seasoned or take longer to season. Doesn't look terrible. You know, there's definitely buildup there, but with this brush And the poles, I think there's 6 36-inch long poles, so that'll be 18 feet. Nice stiff bristle poly brush. We should be able to get this thing squeaky clean. Oh yeah, just coming right off. Place to say not to put it on the drill. But I find that the drill does a pretty darn good job. Doesn't even need to be that fast. I'm on like a 5 right now. Right there, we couldn't see any of that flex pipe, and now you see it's nice and shiny, or a lot shinier than it was. Kid does that every day. Down this busy main road, no helmet. I don't know what he's thinking. All right, we're all set. That's that. Took about 12 minutes total. All right, so not only did we knock down what I'm guessing to be a bunch of creosote buildup, knocked down a big ol' white-faced hornet's nest. I don't know if you guys have these around you guys, but you can see that is a massive hornet. I sprayed this nest. It was up there on that dark spot. I don't know, probably about a month ago. Doused it with about 3 cans of bee spray. And I said, oh, well, when I go up in the fall to clean the chimney, it's right next to it, so I'll get it then. And that's what I did. So now, when I open this door, there's gonna be a ton of stuff that falls out. I'm gonna keep my dustpan right underneath. And when I open it up, wait till you see what comes out. Look at all of that. Very carefully, I'm going to take this away. Now, this is why it's really nice to have a clean out door. You know, either in the basement or outside like this, depending how where your chimney's located. So now, I hope you can see, you know, just the difference in what this looks like. You know, it certainly looks a lot cleaner to me. Proof is in the pudding here. Might be hard to tell, but that 5-gallon bucket, it's just about halfway full with that buildup. You know, there's plenty in there. So glad that's all out, and we are ready to start a fresh burning season. So while we're up here, I just wanted to check on the new stove that we put on the other day. This was, I don't know, yesterday. We cemented this in, the high heat gasket sealer intended for this use, and as you can see, it hardened up, and just like I said, you're able to just peel off the excess. All right, guys, of course the camera just died, but you can see I just notched out for the round stovepipe here, so hopefully it'll fit on now. All right, that fits on awesome. It sits right down on there, so now we can just tighten up the screws, and we'll be all set. I am happy to report that that is all set. We are now done with our projects on the roof. All right, we are back the next day. The gasket is in place. The final thing we have to do is just cure it. Heat curing it by lighting up a small fire and getting it up to around like 500 degrees. So this will be the maiden fire, first fire in this new Jotul fireplace insert. All right, guys, this is going pretty good now. I just consulted with Chris, and the flue is actually open when it's going to the right. So now that it's going, I'm gonna try and close this down, and we will see how the fire does. That should help heat things up a bit, and we'll get a nice burn going. All right, guys, the fans kicked on. The temperature gauge here is just creeping up above 100 degrees. I don't know that that's the most accurate place to put this thing, or at least the temperature gauge. If any of you guys have this stove or have a fireplace insert, let me know where you guys are putting your thermometer to gauge the temperature of it. Because like I said, I actually stole that one off my Quadrifire standalone wood stove, and I normally just put it up on the top, and that gives a pretty good indication of the temperature. But I'm happy to see that both of the fans are on and blowing, and I think it's time to add some more firewood here. Well, all right, guys, that's gonna wrap this one up. Fire burned in the new insert all night successfully. We did not burn down the house. We were left this morning with a really nice bed of coals. It is 6 o'clock in the morning, and I just put some more wood in the stove, damped it down a little bit, going to the left this time, and we got nice flames, nice heat blowing out from up here, so I think this thing is going to be a great addition to our house. I hope you enjoyed this whole process, maybe learned a little something, trick or tip or two, between the whole process of refurbishing the stove, installing, and the final finishing touches. I really enjoy doing this, and I get satisfaction out of knowing that I can heat basically now my entire house off the scrap wood that I produce from the little firewood operation that I got going on. So as always, guys, if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, click that subscribe button down below. Any questions, comments, or feedback, put it down in that comment section. I have a couple other older videos on doing similar types of stuff to the first stove that we did, and even the stove way back in Sam's house a couple of years ago. So go check those out. But for now, I'm Jake. This is Dude Ranch DIY. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you here next time.